We're born in the moonlight. Ain't a fan to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to That Which Binds Us. We're here. Uh, we're talking about the holidays or something. Who's calling me at this hour? Hello. It's quiet in here, so I can hear a woman on the other end of the phone, but I can't make out what she's saying. Yes, I'll be there shortly. He hangs up but sits there with an annoyed face for a bit before looking back at me. Speaking of younger siblings being handfuls, want to go bail mine out of jail? Wait, what? Why is Zach in jail? We arrive at the police station and relate to silence. I try to covertly find out why Z, that's his name, right, is in jail, but he responds with a simple answer. I'll let him explain that to you and to me. He looks pissed, so I refrain from asking too many questions. It just fills out some paperwork, and after waiting in the lobby, the boy from the photos walks out with a mixture of emotions on his face. Anger, frustration, and definitely embarrassment. He doesn't look at us and instead looks at the floor. It just is glaring at him. Rather than making a scene in the lobby, we go outside to make a scene in front of the jail. Really? How many times have I told you? You know what? I guess it doesn't even matter since you're not listening to me anyway. So where'd you go this time, huh? Some old house being foreclosed? A derelict hotel? The Jackson building. It just shakes his head, paces, and then comes back to face Zach. I can't help but feel like a kid when you're at your friend's house and their parents start getting angry at them. I can only stand here and watch. Why? Just answer me that. Because they're supposed to tear it down next month. We wanted to check it out before then. So you thought, oh, we've only been caught twice before. Third time's the charm, right? They got caught twice and they chanced it anyway? Well, I don't have a choice. I'm gonna tell her. Well, wait! Nope. I let you off the hook twice already, and obviously I can't let that happen anymore. Please, please don't tell Mom. She won't understand. Frankly, I don't understand either. At first, I thought this little ghost hunting thing was just a kick, some fad you grew out of. But apparently not. That's what this is all about. Zach and his friends broke into a condemned building to hunt ghosts. I hope your buddies know I'm not bailing them out either. It just sighs again, but it seems his anger has faded. Did you even find anything? As if the entire conversation changed, Zach suddenly lights up and eagerly pulls out his phone. Yeah, we got this really cool... Wait, let me pull it up. EVP when we're asking questions in the cellar. He turns to me with the same amount of enthusiasm as he realizes I'm still here. An EVP is short for Electronic Voice Phenomenon. It's a fancy phrase that means you have some voice recorded that shouldn't exist. Uh-huh. It just is looking over at me with an expression of both pity and grief. His eyes are saying two words, I'm sorry. Zach plays the sound recording back. There's a boy asking if anyone died on the location, which is answered by what sounds like a man grunting, which in turn is followed by the shrieks of, oh my god, of 3 or so boys. And you wonder why you got caught. I put it online almost immediately. It's almost got like 20 views. Great. That's nice. It's hard to shut down a kid this excited. How about you use those 20 views to get a sponsorship for your next little adventure so you don't trespass anymore, okay? 20 views is not gonna get you a sponsorship. Like, come on, Idris, don't you know? Don't you know the sponsorship game? I wish. We walk towards Idris's car. The three of us make an odd group. He can almost pass for our son, except for, well, the fact that he looks barely 5 years younger than me. I'm sorry I trespassed. Are you though? Or are you just trying to get me to not tell Mom? Because I know this isn't just the third time. This is just the third time you've gotten caught. Again, I feel like I'm in between a parent scolding a child. As Idris and I are in the front of the car, Zach is sitting in the back. Just, if you're going to do something, try to do it the not illegal way, okay? Why don't you try it once? Idris opens his mouth to say something smart but holds back. Instead, he keeps driving, not saying anything else. From the rearview mirrors, I can somewhat see Zach. Now looking apprehensive as if he said something he shouldn't have. The rest of the drive is silent. I switch between looking at my phone and looking outside the window. We're driving to a part of town I've never been in. The business district is behind us while a subdivision of houses and apartment is in front of us. Naturally, there's not many people out this late. Most houses have cars parked and lights on. After a few more turns, it just pulls up by the sidewalk of a small but quaint house. Out. Next time I get a call saying you're in jail for trespassing, I'm going to wait at least a day before I even think about picking you up. Zach hurriedly gets out of the car and runs up the front steps of the house. Sorry, had to step out real quick. Now we're back. I'm sorry about that. It's alright. He pulls back onto the right side of the road and continues driving. I I really don't know what's gone into him. He's already in school, has a few friends, still doesn't know what he wants to major in, but for some reason he's fascinated with ghost hunting. I guess I'd be fine with it if they didn't break into all these houses. He's lucky these are just misdemeanors and not criminal charges. Eventually, though, those cops are going to start recognizing him and he'll be charged with worse. I wish he'd pick a better hobby. I think it's pretty obvious why this became his hobby. Huh? Why? Because it's that knife of yours, of course. He knows about it, doesn't he? Yeah, I showed it to him when he started middle school. Well, that's why. He was brought up in a world where things aren't as they seem, and he wants to learn more. You've always shown him that more things are possible in the world than should be. Now he wants to see what else is out there. Is that it? Maybe you can convince him to go into history or something. I'm just worried that at this rate he might go into occult studies. We laugh, erasing any tension that might have still been in the air from when Zach was with us. I lean back some in the seat. It just keeps his eyes mostly on the road. Maybe it's because I'm staring at him that he keeps glancing my way with a grin. Eventually, though, we make it back to his apartment. Achievement unlocked. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's called ghost hunting. What the hell? Like, before he puts his stuff down as we walk in. I'm a bit tired from all this running around the past couple of hours, so I plop down on the couch. He does the same on the other end, somewhat close to me. Thank you for coming with me. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. He sighs. Yeah, I hope so. But enough about him. You know, we've got the rest of the night. I grab the remote. Let's see if there's any movies on TV. Cut him right off. I flip through the channels until I come across something vaguely interesting. Some adventure movie about treasure or something. Maybe this will be interesting for an hour or two. Alright, but I'm blaming you if it isn't. He grabs another blanket beside him as we get warm. The movie's a lot more entertaining than any sitcoms on at this hour, but the suspension of disbelief is a bit difficult. It wasn't completely dull, but I probably won't remember the plot in a few days. Not that that really mattered. After the opening credits, I scooted closer to Idris and let him put his arm around me. Today the temperature was easily almost freezing, but inside here the heater is on and the blankets are warm. I can feel his chest rise and fall every few seconds. The movie doesn't matter. After a few moments like this, I close my eyes and I fall asleep. Not great. I fell asleep on his couch. Did he already go to work? I wake up on the couch with some blankets over me and Idris nowhere in sight. The clock on the wall says it's only 9. I don't have to go to work for a few more hours. Some shuffling in the other room startles me. The door to his bedroom is closed. I stand up. Now that I'm off the couch, I notice his keys and wallet are still on the countertop. He's still here? I can't tell which I'd rather prefer, him to just leave me here and going to work, or this. Both seem awkward as hell. It doesn't help that my face is still red from laying down. There's some more shuffling before the door swings open. Up already? I was gonna let you sleep in longer. And let me sleep in half of the day? Sure, why not? You can stay here as long as you want, I don't care. Some days you should sleep in. Then where are you going? Work. He realizes what he's saying doesn't add up, so he just looks away, so avoiding looking at me. I've gotta go to work, okay? Why? There's tons of other shops in town. Not like mine. But why? Some clients need me. Come on, girl. You can't cling on to him that much. He does have to have a job to pay rent. There's something I want to say, something that's heavy on my chest, but barely not heavy enough to force me to talk. But I need you too. No, need of course isn't the right word. Want in this case is. I'm being selfish and want him to forego a morning of pay just so I can spend more time with him. I want him to hold me close again, close enough that I can hear his heartbeat. I stand there thinking all of this to myself while he packs up and starts heading towards the door. He takes one last look my way. That was his mistake. How long do you think it'd take you to get dressed enough for breakfast? It looks like rain today. The door keeps swinging in, bringing in a nice but ominous breeze. It shouldn't be this warm. It's going to storm soon if this keeps up. Still inside here, it smells like fresh bread and coffee, a somewhat odd but nice mix. There are plenty of young couples and business people in here chatting it up, making the most of their time. However... excuse me. The man sitting across from me looks as if I dragged him here by a collar. He anxiously shifts in his seat and fiddles with his phone. You know, if you didn't want to come here, you didn't have to. You could have just left me alone, all cold, all miserable at your house. Yeah, and I'd never hear the end of it. He sighs, irritated. I'm not about to sit here and eat with the guy who doesn't want to be here. Go then. I won't keep you here since you don't want to be here. I didn't mean it like that. No, it's fine, I understand. You've got work to do, and so do I. I guess I'll see you after Christmas, maybe. 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 It seems like you probably won't want to see me by then. You better hurry and smooth this over. He sighs and put his head in his hand before looking back up at me, looking more tired than irritated. What do you want from me, Eva? I've got a meeting in less than an hour and I figured it'd be easier not to reschedule. Are you upset you didn't get to wake up in my arms? That I wasn't there to hold you longer. You could have just said so without playing so hard to get. Well, why would I want anything like that? You're the ass who what? The ass what? It just leans across the table to get into my face as if that'd imitate me or something. Why is this table so small? Huh? I couldn't hear you clearly enough. I'm the ass who... His eyes are coy and suggestive. The smirk spread across his face makes it look like he's won. Whatever kind of argument we're having. It all makes me want to punch him in his face, knock him back down and see. Do something so unexpected, he wouldn't be able to grin like that for another month. If you're not going to talk to me, then I might as well leave. Oh shit! Another CG art. I didn't expect this. It all happens quickly as an impulse. An impulse to surprise him to the point where he'll shut up. This is nice. This is top notch kind of stuff that I wanted in Evo's route, but it's fine. We get to see in this route. I grab his side to pull him closer and lean in. Of course, he can't say anything in return. He puts his hand on my cheek to hold me here for a moment longer. I can feel the eyes of some other customers here. My lips part from his and I push him back into his seat. He stares at the napkin on the table, obviously wanting to say something but failing to come up with the right thing to say. It looks like he can't figure if he should continue to act cocky or embarrassed, or like nothing happened. I stir another pack of sugar in my coffee. He's silent until our food comes and we start eating. By that time, I'd already forgotten about whatever we were arguing about. Finally, he breaks the silence with a question. What are you going to do today? Go to work. Now you're just mocking me still. I'm not. I've got a job too, you know. I've got to stock shelves, hang clothes up, fold shirts, and then I've got to try to motivate my coworkers to get off their asses. That's some riveting stuff. Not everyone can have an interesting job description. Why? When you get down to it, we have the same job description. People come in, you take their money, and give them a service. With that looser description, you could be talking about hookers. Which is very true. I'm not that bad off for cash. If you keep insisting on paying for all my meals, then you might be. Maybe I'll have to let you pay me back. The waitress refills our drinks, startling us. I look at my phone somewhat hesitantly. Doesn't he need to leave soon? He's doing the same, nervously checking the time. If you have to go, then go. We've already been through this already. I'm not going to just up and leave. Then stay for a while. Lay back, quit tapping your foot, enjoy where you are. Why would you think I don't enjoy where I am? I'm perfectly fine right here. And how long do you think you can stay right here? Or right there? You can't stay here forever. First, you're telling me I need to stay here. Now you're telling me I've got to leave. Maybe we're not talking about the same thing. He takes another sip of his coffee before signing the bill left by the waitress. Maybe. Then where are you going to be? Wherever I end up. Nowhere in particular? I've yet to decide. Maybe you'll decide soon. For now though, let's get out of here. The car ride was rather quiet. I put on the radio and I leaned back in the seat, closing my eyes. The sunroof was open just a crack enough to hear the wind go by, bringing distant sounds with it. Car horns, birds, airplanes, everything generally in the city. He reached over and put my hand in his. The way he was talking, he made it sound as if I was so indecisive. Idiot. I've already decided I'm staying right here. And after all that, we were back at my home. Everything seems the same though. I'd be nervous if it wasn't. My TV's off and my jacket from the other day is still laying on the back of a chair unhung. Some fruit is on the kitchen counter and a glass sits in my sink. I almost forgot he's still with me until I feel his hand on my back, reminding me I'm just standing in the doorway rather than letting him in. You gonna stand here or walk in? Oh, I figured you would immediately run off. Maybe I still will. Then what are you waiting on? I don't know. I take a step forward. I guess I'll see you after Christmas. I guess so. You sure you're not going to make it through the holidays? Why would I not? I'm more worried about you. What's there to worry about? I'm just living all on my own with an estranged mom. No other relatives. It'll be a perfectly normal holiday. Now you're trying to guilt trip me. I had to at least try. He leans in closer and grab me. Closer to me and I grab his jacket. Sorry. I'll be home before you know it. Now you're trying to make me feel better. I had to at least try. He leans in. Instead of meeting him halfway, I push him out the door. Have fun at work! And with that, I close the door in his stunned face. Whew! I can't believe the temperature dropped so quickly outside. What a cool way to start a bad week. I'll get through it though, probably. It won't be as bad as last year. I'll rent some movies to pass the time. Just a week. Is she calling me? Hello? Hey! Hey! I just wanted to... I wanted to say that I'm not going to be trespassing anymore. Wanted? As in you were going to say that but can't anymore? You know what I mean. I'm not going to be breaking into houses anymore with them. Why the change of heart? Because it's Christmas? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, I'm not really giving it up. I met this group online that seems really cool. They get permits and everything and gets a ton of views. Please don't meet strangers from online. I guess it's better than trespassing, but still. Alright, but not to meet these people in dark alleys, right? And not at night, and to bring a friend? Ugh, you sound like mom. Don't throw yourselves in any obvious danger, idiot. Well, you never know. I know, I'll be fine. I won't even meet them until after the holidays. Alright, have fun, stay safe. He audibly sighs in the phone. See you at Christmas. See you. Will I though? Another morning of waking up way earlier than I should. Why does mom think she has to watch morning shows live? Just record them. At the very least, don't wake up the whole house if you're going to get up. Still, dogs stampeding into your room to wake you up isn't half bad. How much longer am I really going to stay here, though? We're having Christmas lunch today, but after that, mostly family members are going home. For some reason, though, it feels weird to be here, almost as if it's wrong. Not wrong in the sense that I don't belong here, but more of that I'd be happier somewhere else. I can't close my eyes and imagine a small but adequate tree in a corner with way too many light bulbs on it and a couple of small presents under the tree. It feels like a vivid dream, but is it really a dream? Hello there! Wanted to wish me a Merry Christmas? Maybe it is Christmas after all, did you know that? I kind of figured it was a month-long holiday at this point. At the store, it's more like a season-long holiday. It's all fun at first, but by the time the day actually comes, I'm completely worn out and ready for it to be spring. It'll be over with before you know it. Will it? It feels like it's still dragging on. Gosh, how terrible. What do you do today? I organized and hosted a party for the city's elite. Does that sound interesting? Convincing at least? Not in the slightest, no. He sighs. I put my hand on the doorknob. No, I actually drove around for a while before convincing myself to go to my mom's for at least an hour. I had to give Zach his gift anyway. What'd you give him? He wanted another monitor for his computer. Apparently 2 is better than 1. He always asked mom to get him easy things like gift cards or a new headset. Still, he looked really happy. They were going to eat after that, but I didn't stay for the meal. I put my purse down gently and took a few more steps. After that, I just drove around some. Not a lot of traffic, Glad the ice cleared somewhat, as so the roads weren't that slick. It'll probably be fully gone by the time you have to fly back. Hopefully. So how has your holiday been? I paused. Boring. Not much going on. Sounds like it would have been more exciting if you have stayed here. Is that wishful thinking or a promise? I guess we'll never know, huh? Unless you wanted to cut it short and come back, that is. Oh, it sounds like someone might be heartsick. Heartsick? I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, dude. But we're gonna save here for today, because I feel like we're getting closer to the ending. But not really the ending, because our girl hasn't found pictures of herself yet, so we're not at the ending. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Has to wonder